What if I tell you, every time that you lose your temper, you leave a mark that truly never disappears? What if anger isn't just a reaction, but a silent weapon? Today, I'm going to tell you a story about a young boy whose anger pushed people away until one simple lesson changed his life forever. There once lived a young boy named Timo. Timo had fire inside him. It wasn't passion, neither courage, but it was anger. It didn't take much to set him off. A harmless joke, a small disagreement, or even someone trying to correct him, and suddenly his voice would rise, his face would harden, and his words would strike like stones being thrown without thinking. Timo's friends stopped playing with him and slowly disappeared. Neighbors kept their distance. Even at home, the atmosphere felt heavy whenever he walks into a room. And after every chaos, he felt something worse than anger. He felt regret. One evening, after shouting at a friend who ate his food without his permission, it was as if the boy had taken his entire world. Timo's chest was tightened. He started beating his friend mercilessly until he was satisfied. After the incident, Timo started walking home with regret. He saw an old man sitting quietly under a tree, watching him calmly. The old man called him over and said gently, "My son, why do you let anger control you?" "I can't help it," Timo replied. The old man handed him a bag filled with nails and a hammer. "Every time you get angry," he said, "go home and hammer a nail into the wooden wall behind your house. Don't shout. Don't argue. Just hammer a nail." Timo agreed and left. On the first day, he was provoked intensively by a farmer. He didn't shout nor reacted. Timo rushed home and hammered 15 nails into the wall. His arms hurt and his hands were tired, but he kept going. Every time anger rose inside him, instead of yelling, he grabbed a hammer. Days passed. Something began to change inside him. Timo realized it was harder to hammer a nail into the wooden wall than to control his temper. Slowly, the number of nails became fewer. 15 became 10, 10 became 5, and 5 became none. On one very day, Timo didn't hammer any nails at all. Excited, Timo ran to the old man. "I've controlled my anger," he said proudly. The old man smiled. "That's good. Now, every time you control your anger, remove one nail from the wall." Timo agreed and returned home. Each time he chose silence over shouting, patience over chaos, he put out a nail. Finally, the day came when all the nails were gone. Timo ran back smiling. "They are all out," he said. The old man went back with him to the wall. "Look closely," he said. "This wall was once full and without any holes. You removed the nails," the old man said softly, "but the holes remained unsealed." He continued, "When you speak or act in anger, it leaves a wound. You can say sorry or even regret it, but sometimes the scar stays." After the old man's advice, Timo touched the damaged wood, and for the first time, he truly understood. He knelt down and cried onto the old man's feet. From that very day, he chose his words more carefully because he learned something powerful. It was easier to control anger than to repair the damage it leaves behind. If this story meant something to you, don't just throw away. Take a second, breathe, and remember the holes in the wall. And if you enjoy stories that teach real-life lessons like this, hit the subscribe button and be part of this journey. There is so much more coming your way.